So as we all know, what is training? Training means to impart some new skills to our employees, and this is not only restricted to the new employees. It is also a very necessary step for the existing staff also. So training and development is not only restricted to the new one, but with the existing employees also. Why it is necessary with the existing employees? Because if some new technology has, we have came up with some new technology, some changes have been made in our software, in our machinery, or we have changed our plant. So whatever changes had been done or whatever new development have been made by us, that has to be trained. This training has to be given to employees. So like in many organization, maybe it is a government or private, uh, if we talk about say something 15 years back, the tech 15 to 20 years back, the technology was not so common. Like it is not so common that everybody has got the computers on every table and everybody has got everything on their software, or everything is done not manually but uh, by using computers. So the staff was not used to it when the computers came into existence, and when the new softwares, like we right now we have software for everything. We have software for HR department, we have software for production department, we have software for accounting. Everything is now can be done on the software. So the existing employees who are working with us, they don't knew this technique. So it is the role of company to train them, to develop them. Okay, so training is necessary uh, to regularly update our existing employees also, so that they can develop and they can cope up with the dynamic changes around them. Okay, so what is the benefits of training? It is very common. Like, have we done this? Yes, we have done thing. I think we have done with the
Yes,
on
correct.
job and off job methods also. And while I have told you on job and off job methods, we have also talked about vestibular training. What was vestibular training? I have given you example also.
Yeah,
Vestibular
like you're
training.
training practically in you're training practically. Like in real life, you do the training.
Like yes. So we are giving the exactly real environment. We are giving the real environment to the candidate, in which we cannot give him a chance to train on job situations, like if, because there can be situation like in case of army, or like in case of flying aeroplane. Okay, uh, for that we cannot give them the real aeroplane to fly to learn, but we can give the real environment. You are not giving them real aeroplane, but you are giving them the real environment, exactly the same cockpit as it is real, and it will function also as it is real. And like whatever you do right or wrong, with the help of softwares, uh, it will behave like that only. So it's a moving cockpit. You can even see in the YouTube videos also, like how this works, कि कैसे ये वेस्टिबल ट्रेनिंग की जाती है. जैसे अगर वो कुछ गलत करेंगे, लाइक इफ एनीथिंग रॉन्ग इज डन, तो वो क्रैश दिखा देगा उनको कि यस, कि आपने एक यू हैव मेड अ मिस्टेक एंड दिस हैड लेड टू अ क्रैश ऑफ द फ्लाइट. सो एग्जैक्टली वैसे वर्क करता है. तो इस जगह पे हम वेस्टिबल ट्रेनिंग देते हैं. लाइक इन केस ऑफ आर्मी ऑल्सो, व्हेन दे ट्रेन पीपल फॉर द army to become the army officer, they also give them very hardship training, and they try to indulge them in the activities जिससे उनको exactly feel हो कि हाँ, अगर real war होगा तो what difficulties they can face. तो ये सब क्या है, हमारा vestibular training का part है, right? So after this training, the next process is the performance appraisal. Now, what is performance appraisal? As we are, there are two words, performance and appraisal. So, what do we mean? We means we are judging. We are judging the performance. Now we have explained all the rules to our employee. We have given the sufficient training to them, and now we have given them chance that okay, now they are actually working for the organization. So time to time this has to be done. That means the performance of the employees has to be checked or judged, so that if they are doing very much good, what some recognition can be given to them, some promotions can be given to them, some extra income in the way of commissions or incentives can be given to them. So हम उनको judge करेंगे, then we able to do it. And if they are not doing good, so and we feel that they need more training, so उनको more training दी जाएगी. And we feel that they are really doing bad work, so उनको हम मे बी डिमोट भी कर सकते हैं, मे बी उनका डिपार्टमेंट चेंज कर सकते हैं, ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं. तो ऑल दिस थिंग कैन बी डन so that हमारा ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मेंटेन रहे, एफिशिएंसी मेंटेन रहे. Okay, so what is this step? It is a step in which we are actually checking the performance of the employees of as they are doing the job satisfactory at level or not. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, अभी appraisal कैसे किया जा सकता है? There can be different ways. For example, in the case of sales, अब sales कैसे आप appraise करेंगे? You can check the how many sales has been done and what is the target fixed. Now, what is the difference between the actual sales done and what is the target assigned? If there is a huge gap, so we have to do a lot of work in that particular candidate. And if he has achieved the targets, that's very much okay. And he has overachieved his target, it means some recognition has to be given, some motivation, some means I mean some promotions can be given, some incentives can be given. तो वो सब हम ऐसे check करेंगे. In case of production also आप कैसे check करेंगे? There is a some standard fix for production also. Like if a employee work for 8 hours a day, so he should produce at least 100 kg of goods. So एक target fix हो गया. So now we can check is this target is achieved or not, and if it is not achieved, what is the problem, where he is lagging, and अगर टेक्नोलॉजी में कोई प्रॉब्लम है तो आप टेक्नोलॉजी इंप्रूव करें, अगर उसकी कोई ट्रेनिंग में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो उस ट्रेनिंग को इंप्रूव करेंगे, तो रेगुलरली चलता रहेगा. ओके. Next, after this performance appraisal also, uh, again the very important thing for which actually the person is working, that is compensation. देखो जो भी employees हैं, जिनको हमने train किया है, जिनको employ किया है, जिनको हम appraise कर रहे हैं, तो वो actual work किसके लिए कर रहे हैं? They are working for this compensation. They are working for earning their livelihood. So compensation is the most important factor that influence the overall working of the employee, overall efficiency of the employee, and overall relationship between management and workers. तो ये सब हम भी करेंगे क्योंकि because the actual goal for which worker is working वो ये compensation ही है. ओके, सो इसमें हमारे बहुत सारे फाइनेंशियल and non-financial rewards both come under this head. Financial reward means we are giving something in money form, and non-financial rewards means we are giving something else. Maybe you give them recognition, maybe you give them some good post, maybe you give them something in kind. तो ये सब हमारे क्या है? नॉन फाइनेंशियल रिवॉर्ड्स कहलाते हैं. हाउस दे दिया रहने के लिए, मोबाइल फोन दे दिया, ट्रैवलिंग के लिए आप मान लीजिए आपको कोई गाड़ी दे दी, तो ये सब क्या कहलाएंगे? हमारे नॉन फाइनेंशियल रिवॉर्ड्स कहलाएंगे. ओके.
Yes.
Now compensation may be divided into two categories. First of all, base or primary compensation. Next is supplementary compensation. So basic or primary compensation is the one which is the fixed part of the salary. Okay, which is the fixed part. Like company will pay you irrespective of your performance. This company will pay you irrespective of your performance. So we call it as a fixed part, like fixed salary. Whatever work you will do, whether you have done it in a good way or bad way, whether you have achieved your target or not, but this amount will be paid to you. This is the basic primary compensation. Second is supplementary compensation. Now, supplementary compensation is actually depending upon the performance. Actually, depending upon the performance of the candidate. Okay. Now, again, it can be monetary and non-monetary both. And if he is work efficiently, he achieved all target, then incentives can be given to him, commissions can be given to him, and if targets are not achieved, then no incentive, extra income will not be given to him. So this is the secondary part. Okay, clear है? तो compensation basically हमारे दो पार्ट में डिवाइड होते हैं, बेसिक और प्राइमरी compensation that is fixed, and secondary is second one is supplementary compensation that depend upon the performance. Okay, if performance is good, more commission will be given to him. If performance is not good, no commission will be given to him. So it is actually a tool for giving more job satisfaction to the employee. Clear है बेटा ये?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, next is which is the last topic of our this chapter. That is promotion and transfer. We have already studied this point. When we have studied in case of internal source of employment, internal source of recruitment, we can say. हमने वहां पढ़ा था ना promotion and transfer.
Yes, sir.
है ना? So it is also a part of again staffing only. So whenever job is assigned to the employees and they are doing it good, so at that time, if they are regularly doing the good, promotions are given, and if some new branches are opened and you may be able want to send some good candidates, आप वहाँ पे transfer भी कर सकते हैं उनका, and transfer can also be used as a tool to give punishments also. For example, if person is not doing good, the company, maybe it is a government company or private company, they may transfer their employees to the certain places which may be not a suitable position, not a suitable place for anybody, तो वहाँ पे उनको ट्रांसफर भी कर दिया जाता है. So it's a kind of punishment also कि अगर कोई एम्प्लॉय आप रखना भी चाहते हैं लेकिन आप उसको पनिश भी करना चाहते हैं तो आप क्या कर देते हैं, उसको ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं. तो मोस्टली इट हैपेंस इन केस ऑफ गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स. गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स में भी प्रमोशन के केस में भी ट्रांसफर होते हैं. wherever there is a promotion there may be transfer also. Like a person is working in Delhi and he is at a particular managerial level and company say okay we will promote you and we will make you senior manager, but you will be transferred to say Allahabad. Okay, so the person living in Delhi now has to move to Allahabad. So the transfer is also there and promotion is also there. So these two can be given together also and on separate mode also. Okay. एंड व्हेन द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ एम्प्लॉय इज नॉट सेटिस्फैक्टरी एंड इट कैन नॉट बी इम्प्रूव्ड, तो हम क्या करते हैं, उसको लोअर लेवल रैंक पे भी भेज सकते हैं. ओके, एंड इफ लोअर लेवल रैंक में भेजते हैं तो व्हाट इट इज कॉल्ड, इट इज कॉल्ड एज डिमोशन. इट इज कॉल्ड एज डिमोशन. मे बी कोई मैनेजर था एंड ही इज नॉट परफॉर्मिंग वेल एंड आप उसको रखना चाहते हैं, तो यू कैन डिमोट हिम एंड मेक हिम क्लर्क. आपने उसको क्लर्क बना दिया, तो ये डिमोशन कहलाता है. ओके, नाउ ट्रांसफर कैन बी done in the same profile also, but different branch. Same profile, but different branch. And transfer can also be done in the same branch, but different department. डिपार्टमेंट चेंज कर सकते हैं, आपकी जगह चेंज नहीं हुई. तो ये सब चीजें जब हम करते हैं, दिस इज नोन एज ट्रांसफर्स. ओके बेटा, ये
Yes, sir.
okay. So by this we have come to end of this chapter. So you just where have you, up to where you have read?
Um,
बेटा कहाँ तक आपने रीड कर लिया है?
1 minute, I'll check.
हाँ.
Yeah, till induction I have read.
ओके, सो आगे का जब तक रीड कीजिए, मैं आपका नेक्स्ट चैप्टर का पीडीएफ मैं एक बार ओपन कर लेता हूँ जब तक, फिर हम न्यू चैप्टर स्टार्ट करेंगे.
So what is yardstick?
What beta?
In that, what to say? In performance appraisal, there is a word called yardstick.
In performance appraisal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The yardstick placed may be designed.
Yardstick.
Yes.
In which paragraph? First or second?
Second paragraph.
Okay. Yeah, yardstick may be placed for the desired quantity of output. Yardstick means it is a scale, like we can define that if a particular person is working for this much of hours, so this much quantity should be produced. So हमने एक हमने scale बना दिया है. It's a kind of scale. Bird has been used to denote a kind of scale, a kind of fixing of standard quantity कि इतना हमारा minimum production होना चाहिए. Sorry. Got it, beta?
Yes, sir.
So it is defining the standard quantity which has to be produced in the given time.
That is it.
Okay, beta. Done. So let's start with the next step of management, that is directing. So directing is the word which is used very much common in film direction also. You know, director.
Right.
So you know what is the role of director
Yeah.
in making a film?
Everything.
Director is a person who tells everything, like what kind of roles has to be played, so has to be played, how the scene will be there, what the actor will be do, what other persons will be do, how they will do. Okay, and if they are doing it wrong, so they he again he teaches them also. So directing is a role which actually gives you everything about what should be done and how it should be done. So this is the first basic step, and it's not just and here. Now if you are giving direction to anybody, so there is the importance of communication also. Like the communication should be there. If proper communication is not there, then he will not be able to understand what you are saying. After giving direction, after giving instruction, after giving communication, you have to supervise also, like are they doing it right or not. So it is a process which involves, yeah, it is concerned with giving instructions, guiding, okay, not just giving instruction that you will do this, but they will also guide them how to do this. Okay, they will help them also. Okay, let's do like this or do like that, and whatever help uh, can be given, वो उनकी help करेंगे. Then supervision also. Supervision also means they are keeping a check on every step or every activity, and inspiring also. Inspiring means motivating the employees at every step. This is also a part of directing. So directing is a managerial function which is concerned with giving instruction, guiding the uh, employees, supervising their work, and inspiring them time to time, so that to keep them motivated to get the desired result. क्लियर है बेटा? डायरेक्टिंग का एक पूरा पिक्चर सामने आ गया आपका कि डायरेक्टिंग क्या है. मीन्स वी आर गेटिंग थिंग्स डन बाय अदर पीपल बाय डूइंग ऑल दिस थिंग. उनको इंस्ट्रक्शन भी देना पड़ेगा, उनको गाइड भी करना पड़ेगा, उनको चेक भी करना पड़ेगा टाइम टू टाइम, दैट मीन्स सुपरविजन, एंड देन इंस्पायर भी करना पड़ेगा. क्लियर है?
Yes, sir.
Right? So if we want to write this in some theory paragraph, so we can say it is telling people or telling employees what to do and explaining them how to do. Okay, क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, this you will tell them, and you will give them required instructions also. Instructions can be like there can be many processes जिसमें आप चाहते हैं कि वर्क एक पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मेट में हो, so you can tell them format. You want that the goods should be produced of a particular color, तो आप बता सकते हैं. It should be completed within a particular time, then you will instruct them. It should be done by the use of machinery or by the handmade process, that you will instruct them. So you will instruct them every small to large steps, whatever it is needed, आप सब उनको instruct करेंगे. ठीक है, सुपरविजन मैंने आपको बता ही दिया, एंड इंस्पायर भी करेंगे. इंस्पायर मीन्स मोटिवेट करेंगे. Okay, so these are this is the meaning of directing. Now what is the importance when the manager do all this function properly? So what benefits this the managers get, or what, or we can say what are the importance of direction? क्या होगा बेटा अगर कोई मैनेजर अच्छा डायरेक्शन करेगा तो हमें क्या बेनिफिट्स मिलने वाले हैं?
Growth of a business.
हाँ बेटा.
There would be growth in a business.
Yes, there will be the growth will be there because employees know exactly what to do and how to do, so they will work accordingly and efficiently result achieve करेंगे. Second, there will be we can say the work will be completed on time. अगर सारी इंफॉर्मेशन करेक्टली मिल जाएगी तो हमारे जितने भी वर्क हैं वो प्रॉपरली कोऑर्डिनेट हो जाएंगे, एंड दे विल बी एबल टू कंप्लीट देयर जॉब ऑन टाइम. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्या बेनिफिट रहेगा? इफ दिस रेगुलर चेकअप इज देयर, रेगुलर सुपरविजन इज देयर, so they will maintain, there will be a proper discipline also in the organization. अगर direction है, say suppose take example of a teacher in your school. Teacher also has to do this process of directing. Means teacher has to tell you everything, like what students have to do, how the student have to do a particular work, and simultaneously he also has to maintain the discipline of the class also. Like everybody should be attentive, they should not do any mischief in the class, और वो properly class में बैठे. So ये सब क्या है? Discipline का part है. So manager also maintain the discipline in the organization while directing process. Like discipline can be of reaching time, like the all employees should reach that time, all employees should use the proper guidelines, सारे guidelines follow करें, they should not break any rule of the company, कोई rule break up ना हो. तो ये सब किसका पार्ट है? डायरेक्टिंग का पार्ट है. तो if managers will perform this function, there will be a proper discipline. Okay, clear? And if directing is there, the work will be done according to the orders or specification of the top management. जिस तरीके के orders top management के हैं या जिस तरीके का गोल top management का है, जिस तरीके की specification top management के, वो सब सारे achieve हो पाएंगे because of this directing function. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What more importance is there? If proper directing is there, there will be proper coordination. There will be proper coordination in every work. Like हम वापस से फिल्म का एग्जांपल लें, डायरेक्टर अगर अच्छी डायरेक्टिंग करेगा तो सारे all the actors will be work in coordination with each other, means the dialogues delivery is there or whatever scene is there, जिस तरीके की एक्टिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड है उस तरीके की एक्टिंग करेंगे. तो एक प्रॉपर कोऑर्डिनेशन लगेगा. सपोज द सीन इज ऑफ समथिंग वेरी डिसअपॉइंटिंग सीन इज देयर, कुछ सैड सैड सीन है एंड डायरेक्टर उनको ढंग से डायरेक्ट नहीं कर पा रहा एंड जो एक्टर्स हैं वो सैड सीन में सैड ना लग के वो मे बी वो खुश नजर आ रहे हैं, दे आर लुकिंग हैप्पी, सो इट इज अ मिसमैच. if this directing is done in a good way, so एक proper coordination होगा, actors will be looking unhappy in case of this sad scene, right? तो ये coordination बहुत जरूरी है in case of companies also, in case of business organization also. If everybody will be clear with the instructions, everybody will know their role. If every person know their role, what every person has to do, which part of work has to be done by whom, तो एक proper coordination रहेगा and work अच्छे से हो जाएगा. Clear है?
Yes, sir.
And directing also involve one of the most important function of leadership. Now what is leadership? Leadership means that it is a quality in which a one person leads other people. तो यहाँ पे भी मैनेजर को लीडरशिप क्वालिटीज भी दिखानी पड़ती है. मैनेजर शुड बी अ गुड लीडर बिकॉज ही इज मेकिंग द वर्क डन बाय अदर्स पीपल. तो ये अगर प्रॉपर इंस्ट्रक्शंस होंगे, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन सबको पता होंगे, एक अच्छी लीडरशिप प्रॉपरली जो कि एक एसेंशियल एक्टिविटी है वो हो पाएगी, राइट? सो एक लीडरशिप क्वालिटी डेमोन्स्ट्रेट होगी मैनेजर की if he perform directing work properly, and team spirit भी develop होगी among the employees. Okay बेटा?
Yes, sir.
Now we have learned that directing means to instruct, to guide, to supervise, to motivate. Now to perform all these function, there has to be some elements जो कि proper fulfilled होंगे, तब जाके directing properly हो पाएगी. जिसका first element है communication. Like if you want to perform the function of direction, so first of all, this is the important function जो properly होना चाहिए. Because how will you give direction? How will you give instruction? By the way of communication only. Maybe it is a verbal communication, or maybe it is a written communication. Maybe it is a formal communication or informal communication. But communication से ही आगे rules, regulation, instructions, guidance, ये सब motivation, ये सब हो पाएगा. So first foremost, communication is the very important element for performing this directing function. So communication का अगर हम basic मतलब माने, so what is the basic meaning of communication? What is the basic meaning of communication? The basic meaning क्या है? It's just a transfer of information. Communication it's a transfer of information from one person to another. That we called as communication. Right? Transfer of information or message to one person to another. That is communication. Now, why communication is important in organization? Communication is important. First of all, to convey orders of the top management, to convey the instructions. Like orders are there to do a job. How to do a job? That then there is importance of instruction. Any other information which the company wants to give to the employees, वो सब भी communication के through होगा. ठीक है? ये तो from the point of view top to bottom हो गया. Bottom to top भी क्या होता है? Feedbacks are there. तो हमारे feedback का भी communication का important होता है. तो वो भी हमारे इसके थ्रू यानी एक कम्युनिकेशन चैनल के थ्रू ही हो पाएगा. दैट इज फीडबैक. सो दीज आर द things for which communication has to be done. The purpose of communication in the organization is to convey orders, instructions, information, all this. Okay?
Yes.
Clear है? So communication कैसे होता है? एक जनरल कम्युनिकेशन की बात करें, so there may be at least two parties, कम से कम दो लोग होने चाहिए जिनके बीच में कम्युनिकेशन होगा. One will be sender who will send the message, other will be the receiver who will receive the message. So ये sender and receiver होने चाहिए and there should be a message also जो message हमें transfer करना है. अब this message can be instruction, this message can be order, this message can be any information related to the company. And then क्या होगा? The receiver will receive the message and will understand it.